Hello everyone. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio. Well, do a quick audio test. And then let's get into everything. Got a couple things I gotta talk about. I haven't really made any content for 2 weeks. I think it's been a little over 2 weeks, maybe. Everything sounds good. That's good. Alrighty, time to get into this. If there's any issues at all, make sure to let me know in the live chat. Gonna try to make this into a bit more of a normal thing, but we'll have to see how things go. Alrighty, hello everyone. Wait for a couple people to join before I get into anything at all. One thing I will say is that you'll see a lot more of these live streams going forward. There's two reasons why, and I'll say this in the beginning because I'll have to recover this later anyways. But you'll see a lot more of these live streams where I'm covering information. It's easier and I think better for anybody who either likes or dislikes my coverage on situations. So if you don't like how I'm covering a certain situation, then I will cover that for you. Daniel, member for 15 months. Thank you for being a member for so long. Hey, hello. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So a lot of people have had positive and negative things to say about me and my coverage about, let's say, Minilad, Vanoss crew situation stuff, Omrecker. Obviously, there's people out there who thinks that no matter when I upload it or how I upload it or the time I upload it or anything like that, that it's just milking the situation. I'm just covering it to get views and money and all this other stuff and XYZ. Now, I do want to real quick say that doing these live streams will kind of alleviate a lot of those criticisms, and my goal isn't to do that. I'm not trying to get away from certain criticisms and all this other stuff. I'm just simply trying to do something that's easier for me, but at the same time works well for you guys. I mean, if it works better for me to just upload commentary videos, whether they're 8 minutes long, half an hour long, an hour long, I would obviously work my hardest to do that. But I think these live streams will be a little bit better, and I'll explain why in a second. Thank you, Yeet Kakashi. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Thank you, Yeet, for becoming a level 1 supporter. I appreciate it. So the reason why the live streams are easier for me, and we'll start with me real quick, because, I mean, there's my name, channel's about how I talk about things in XYZ. The reason why the live streams are going to be easier covering all this stuff is because, one, I don't have to go through the work of doing, writing a script for a video that I would record. I don't have to waste the time to record it. I don't have to waste the time to edit it and then proof check it and then add in any extra details, re-record if I have to add more stuff that I forgot, or re-record something that I think that I did badly, or I spoke upon it in a weird way and I want to do it this way instead. It's just easier if I do a live stream. Therefore, one, you guys know whatever I'm saying, I meant to say it. It's during a live stream. If I screw up, I screw up in front of you guys. If I don't screw up and I do it perfectly, then I do it perfectly on my first try. That's one thing, is that it's just easier for me to sit here and get it out. And I think I've gotten to the point where I don't mind doing that. Will there still be other commentary videos where I edit and work on it? For sure. And there's more stuff I'm going to announce later that I'm going to be doing with the channel later. But two, it's going to be easier going forward for me personally, because talking about stuff during a live stream is just a lot easier to cover than covering it in a video. Now, does that mean it will alienate some people who don't want to watch a long live stream? Yes, but I will be uploading segments of this into clips that I'll upload the next day. Therefore, I have a little bit of time to go do stuff in my personal life, which I'll explain again here shortly, that I've been wanting to do or that I have to do. I've had 2 funerals I had to attend to in like the last 2 months. It's been really hard for me to sit here and, one, be able to focus on any sort of drama when you have personal loss. So I think it's easier if I do it this way, where I live stream, I'll edit out clips from those streams and I'll re-upload them. Another person who does something similar to this is John Campia. He talks about movie news. He literally does live streams and then takes clips and then re-uploads them and titles the clips whatever the topic is. And doing a format like that would be easier for me. I won't be able to do a daily live stream, but I will be able to do a live stream one day, upload the clips the next day, and then the day after that, I can do another live stream talking about new topics. I could even give a couple days in between live streams in order for information to come out, new news, new stuff to talk about. So, there's been a lot of stuff where live streams are better for that reason, for me personally. For you guys, I think it's going to be better, one, for the people who actually want to watch live streams. You get more live streams, which is always a positive thing. Two, you guys are able to give me live feedback and let me know things that you guys want to. I always have this email down here. Well, I used to. I kind of took it off recently, but I'm re-putting it back up. If you want to email me at that email, sorry if it's a long name, but that's my full name, you're able to email me and tell me a topic or ask me a question that you guys want to make a topic of this video. I'm not to the point where I can charge people to put topics on here. That's something similar that John Campia does, where if you pay like $50 or more or whatever, it becomes like a main topic of the show, potentially, or becomes a main point that they talk about. I don't want to have to charge people just to have me talk about something. I don't think I'm big enough or important enough, and I definitely don't have that ego where I think people need to pay me to talk about something. So if you just go through the effort of typing up an email and typing it up nicely and keeping in mind that it needs to be a certain length so I could fit it on the screen, and if you do all that well enough, I think you've put in enough effort for me to have to respond and talk about it during a live stream. So that's another positive thing for you guys. And then for those who've been hating on me and hating my coverage of the topics about Minilad or whatever else it may be, another positive for them is that if I talk about it during a live stream, I'm not working on a video in order to have the hopes that it blows up. Because when you upload and edit a video, I usually work on it for about a week before it ends up going out. I gotta do all the research, type up a script, record it, proof check everything while I'm editing it. Then when I'm done, I watch it a couple times. I might show it to my brother, I might show it to somebody, and then I have to go back in and re-edit and do more. So I'm taking about a week to do it. I hope that video gets enough views and everything like that, that all that week's worth of work is worth it. But during a live stream, it just simply takes me talking about it and doing a little bit of research about it and then talking to you guys about it before I can make it into content for you guys to watch. So for those who been hating the fact, thinking that I'm just milking the situation, if I merely just mention it and make it into a topic on here, it requires very little work. Therefore, if somebody wants to complain that I did all this work in order to the hopes of making money, hey, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't care. I'll just move on to the next thing that does work. And when I'm uploading these into little clips, if something works out well and there's a lot of comments and a lot of conversation about it, I might make that a new topic for the next stream. Therefore, obviously, I can capitalize on a lot of views that a topic gets, but at the same time, move the conversation on so I'm not repeating the same information constantly. So that works. Having said that, though, I think that there might be, and thank you to everyone who's jumping into the stream and typing in the chat. I will want to respond to you guys. Another cool thing about all this is that obviously the live feedback, but now topics can be about whatever you guys want to comment. If you give a super chat or something like that, obviously I'll be able to catch it better. But if somebody merely just comments and asks a random question or wants me to talk about a specific topic, or talk or redirect me to some new information for me to check out, this is going to be a lot easier to do that. And overall, I think the live streams are going to be better going forward. Having said all of this, there is some new announcements with me personally. Before I know most people are here to talk about the Minilad, Nogla, and Terroriser thing. I'm going to talk about that. It's a lot of information. A lot of people have been responding to me or commenting and DMing me. I've even gotten an email about it, but I didn't share the email because it shows a lot of other private information about the individual who's telling me about it. So it's not I'm not going to show an email or a question every time I get asked it. You can probably go check out my last few videos and look at the comment section. There are people commenting constantly about it, saying that, did you see Nogla threw another jab? Terroriser included another thing in his video, XYZ, and it keeps going on. Having said that, there's going to be new videos that I want to put out going forward. And this is one of the main topics I want to talk about. if you guys don't know, recently I had to, I think I put it on my community tab at one point. I think I did put it on my community tab at one point. I'm going to double check that just so everybody's in the loop real quick. I might not have. Okay, yeah, so maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Okay, so I didn't put this so people might not know. But in the beginning of August, I had my grandma pass away. Um, I obviously, I was upset about it, and I was asked to be a pallbearer at the funeral, and it took a bit of time. I knew that. Oh, I think I put it in a video. I think I put it in a video. So I had a video. I think it was the Will Smith apology video. Is the one I put it in. But my grandma passed away, and it was my grandma on my mother's side. And obviously, my mother was really upset too. So I've had to spend a lot of time, just with family in general, and it was a little harder because when you have a grandma that, you know, people might have grandparents they don't spend a lot of time with, so they're able to get through it and everything. I did spend a lot of time when I was younger with this grandmother of mine, and I didn't spend a lot of time recently with her, so it kind of gives you that feeling of like maybe I should have, you know, been there and done more. And obviously, but I was able to spend a lot of time with my girlfriend, my brother, family, friends, and be able to get over that. I knew during the week of the funeral I wasn't going to want to upload much, so I talked about the Will Smith apology video, and then I was planning on uploading more videos. I had some pre-recorded, but nothing felt right. It felt gross to keep working and uploading those, so I canceled them and I didn't upload them. And I sat here and I was like, I'll upload something next week. I'll get back into the grind. Well, another week passed and I still didn't upload anything. I wanted to work on videos. I did work on videos, but I didn't upload anything because nothing really felt right to upload. And then a couple days ago, I put on my community tab asking what should the topic of my next live stream be, because I plan on doing a live stream when I come back. And so the topic was whatever the thumbnail and the title is, that's what was voted on to be. So having said that, this was always going to be a topic during this live stream, and I wanted to explain why I was gone and me returning now, and how things are going to be different. So I really thought about, I've really thought about family, obviously, in the last 2 weeks, and it kind of sucks that sometimes something tragic like a funeral has to happen in order for you to like really take a step back and rethink about it. But sometimes you're just so caught up in life and wanting to move forward that you never take a step back to appreciate what you had and appreciate what's going on in your life around you. So having said that, there's a lot of things I'm doing right now in my life that I'm really proud of and I'm really happy about, but I'm not really sharing it, and I'm not really benefiting any more off of it besides my own enjoyment off of it. So I think the best thing to do going forward is to start recording it, and whether I upload it or I just keep it for memory's sake, it would be something that I think I could put more effort into, and I think it's a positive thing I can do going forward. And obviously, when you go to a funeral, it seems like you lost someone, and the only thing you take away from it is loss, but I think that you can also try to gain something out of it by having a good reflection of everything. So having said that, I think going forward, I'm going to have a couple new different types of videos coming out. If you guys don't know, ever since I've purchased a Corvette, YouTube was able to help me pay for a car. I was in a car accident back in 2020 where I lost my first car that my dad gave to me. And I went about a year and a half without a car. I was able to drive another car that my parents had, but I never really had another car of my own in my name, until YouTube took off and gave me enough money in a matter of like 2 months to go out and purchase a car. And I was able to purchase a 1985 C4 Corvette. Having purchased this car, it literally changed my life, going a whole different direction. I was never really into cars. I mean, I liked cars, but I was not really into cars. Ever since I purchased this car, my entire life has switched to, this is my new hobby. This is what I love and all that. So I've literally been working on the car. Every day I try to find an excuse to work on the car or clean the car or do something to the car. I try to do something, and I'm learning. I'm watching a ton of videos. Believe it or not, I hate reading books, but I read that owner's manual, and I sometimes take time just to read it randomly, just to try to find something I can do better to the car. So I was able to, because of my recent loss of my grandma and going to the funeral and everything, I've started thinking about what's going on currently in my life that I think I should improve on, and things that I could do to remember what time I'm in now. And I think one of the biggest things I do as a hobby is I work on cars. So going forward, I want to upload videos about me working on the car and what I'm doing. Do I plan on having it be a tutorial for other people? God, no. Some of the things I do, I don't recommend other people doing. You know, I painted my silver chrome rims purple, simply because it's my channel colors. I currently have purple rims, the classic turbine stock rims on a 1985 C4 Corvette. I have them dark purple. That's what I have currently. I don't recommend other people doing this at all. But I do plan on recording it and sharing the journey I'm doing, and maybe it will inspire other people to want to do something different to their car or record their hobby, whether it's something car related or not. So I think going forward, I really want to sit here and upload things about what I'm doing to my car, whether it's something big or something small, whether I'm detailing and cleaning it, or I'm, you know, putting new spark plugs in the car, you know, replacing the wheel bearings, lowering the car, updating the exhaust, deleting the cat, whatever I plan on doing going forward in the future. And then just sharing more of those experiences. It's not a way for me to gloat about anything. It's not a way for me to sit here and try to gain more fame off of it. If it works and it gets a lot of attention and it earns me money for a living, great. I would love to put more money back into the car, but there's multiple cars I have here. Me and my dad love working on cars. Same with my younger brother. We have multiple cars here, and there's a lot of work to do every single day. So I want to be able to share that. Whether you're into it or not, I don't know. It might alienate a lot of my audience, but I definitely think it's something I want to do going forward. So having said that, the moral of the story is that I found something new to do, and I want to do it more going forward. Having said that as well, I also want to talk about some things that I'm also interested in going forward. So I might be talking about the NFL a bit when, everything starts getting into gear. My favorite team is the Green Bay Packers. I'm a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I was a Brett Favre fan when I was a lot younger. Aaron Rodgers is sort of a new quarterback I've been following by closely. I'm very mad about Davante Adams no longer being on the Packers, but it is what it is. I'm glad that we got Aaron Rodgers for the next couple of years. And this is something else that I want to get into going forward as well. So there's going to be a couple things like that. There are gaming stuff too. I love playing Trackmania. I love playing some of the Madden games just to goof around on. I don't know what I will do going forward. Will I talk about more drama and commentary? Yes, I will always be talking about that. Not because part of it is yes, I know some people will be coming back if I keep talking about it. But another thing too is that once you've talked about it for so long, it's kind of weird not to talk about it, because that's what a lot of people know you for, and that's what a lot of people are going to want you to talk about. So I don't have a problem talking about it and theorizing and doing all that. I might work 1 week on a video about it. The next week I might do a car video. The next week after that I'll do another drama video. Whatever it may be, it would be weird if I didn't talk about it, to me. So I will continue to do it, but I never want to get to the point where it's like useless and I'm just doing it simply for the views. I have to have some other meaning to do it for, and obviously today's live stream, there's a reason I want to talk about it, and I want to talk about it with all of you. But regardless, sorry if I alienated any people with my Packers and talking about my car and all that other stuff. But moral of the story, I'm doing fine. The two funerals that I had to go to was for my grandma and my cousin. My cousin was only, I believe, early 20s. Both of them were on my mom's side of the family. So everyone, I think, is doing a lot better now that some time has passed, but it's still very fresh in our minds. The last 2 months just have not been good. So again, thank you. thank you for being patient, and thank you to those who are understanding of me taking a little bit of time off, but I'm back. I'm ready to get back into the groove of things. I don't have a problem talking more about it if people want me to. I don't think it's rude at all to ask about it. I just want to move on to stuff that people more want to talk about. So if you have more questions about it, I can talk about it more at the end. My family has always been very open about talking about stuff, whether you're part of the family or not. I think all aspects of my family like to treat other people like family, even if you're not. So I'm very open to talk about it with even you guys, but I am going to be moving on to some other stuff. But I thank you guys for caring for me on a level that isn't required. You guys aren't required to care for me at all, or sympathize or give condolences, but I really do appreciate all of that, and I think it's one of the best perks of YouTube is that a community or a fan base is able to sympathize and care for you even though they don't have to. And I think a lot of content creators out there take that for granted. So I certainly don't take it for granted. So I appreciate that. All right. So, having said that, we'll move on to other stuff. Okay, let's get the big one out of the way. This is going to be a long topic to talk about real quick, but there's going to be different parts. So, the clips I upload tomorrow from this live stream, there's going to be a couple different sections I upload because there's different things to talk about, but we'll talk about it. We're your supporters. It's what we do. Well, I appreciate it. I love that. Everyone should be treated like family. That's cute. Well, thank you. Hopefully you mean that. I said it in a previous live stream back when the Minilad drama was going on. It was like fall of 2020. It was like almost 2 years ago. And I remember some people made fun of me for that. They not made fun of it, but they turned it into a joke saying like, oh, treat everyone like family, like step bro, step sis, and got weird-minded like that. It's not what I intended for it, but I remember saying it a while ago. I'm sure it's going to spawn a couple people to make fun of it now. It's fine. It happens. And honestly, if we're going to treat each other like family, I do pick on my siblings, so it would make sense for you guys to pick on me for it, but I do appreciate those who find it cute. I don't intend it to be, but, you know. All right. I got my coffee, and I'm good to go. Yeah, I do want to do another 24-hour live stream, believe it or not. I think it would be a good campaign move. I say campaign move. I guess there's a group of people, including myself, who don't want a certain content creator to be on the platform anymore because of what they did with younger, underage fans of his. So if I sat here and did a 24-hour live stream, maybe that will spark some publicity and attention for the cause. So maybe I should do a 24-hour live stream again. But what should I watch for 24 hours? What pain should I go through for 24 hours in order to make it like gain the most attention? Do I have to watch his videos? Do I gotta listen to him playing guitar? Do I have to watch a disgusting video where he does a food challenge? I don't know. I don't know. Watch Wildcat videos. For 24 hours, that would be easy. That would be easy stuff. That would be easy. I'd actually probably enjoy it. I probably would get annoyed of certain things after 24 hours, but I don't know. A 24-hour live stream is very possible going forward in the future. Keep in mind, there are some obligations I have in my personal life, but I think I can work around that for a 24-hour live stream here and there. I think I can do it. All right. Going forward. Moving on. All right. All right. Now, watch the chip video. No, I already did that for a live stream. It was the most disgusting thing. I think, did I throw up during that 24-hour live stream where I watched the chip video? It was a very disgusting video of Minilad eating hot chips, but he kept snotting through his nose and, like, almost throwing up. And it was the most disgusting video he's ever uploaded, in my opinion. And I had to watch that for 24 hours on a loop. For 24 hours. And the goal of it was, if I can endure all of the pain of watching a gross predator of his age doing something disgusting, then people should take the time to reconsider being a fan of his, because I think that was sort of like the goal I was getting at. And it got a lot of attention. A lot of people clicked on it. A lot of people came and checked it out. And I think it got attention to some other commentary channels too, which was awesome. Some bigger people did catch attention of it. I don't know if it really helped at the end, but it was one of the many. I did 2 24-hour live streams on Minilad, I think. And yeah, it was disgusting. I think I cried at the end of one of them because it was just like my brain was fucking, because I didn't sleep for like the 12 hours before it, so I was up for actually like 36 to 40 hours, and I think I ended up crying at the end of one of them. It was, I thank God YouTube doesn't save any videos over 12 hours long, but I'm pretty sure there might be a clip or a screenshot out there that someone has on their computer or their phone of me like crying at the end of a stream, just because it was so hard to like go through. So yeah, I think I might do a 24-hour live stream going forward, but I'm going to get plenty of rest beforehand. I'm going to make sure I got all the food and water that I need, and then bathroom breaks. I think I was excused to go upstairs to the bathroom, but I had to make it like a minute or less. So yeah, I'm not going to go to the bathroom while sitting here. I'm not going to have you guys watch me. Yeah, no, that ain't going to happen. So yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Now, let's get into the main topic that everyone's is probably here for. So, Minilad. Craig Thompson. Everyone knows the situation revolving around him. If you don't, you need to go check out previous videos of mine or others. And I think the biggest thing that people recently have been talking about is there's a couple members in the Vanoss crew who like to mention Minilad or Moonilad, however they'll pronounce it, and they like to reference it and make jokes out of it. Well, to some people, it's just harmless. They're just joking. To others, they think it's unnecessary and it takes away from their videos because they want nothing and they don't want to hear about Minilad, but they're not mad at the crew for it. There are some people who do get a little angry at the crew for it. And then there's obviously people who come over to my channel and want me to talk about it. There's one thing that I wanted to show you guys here. That I made this. Hey everyone, thinking about doing a live stream for my return. Been gone for almost 2 weeks, so what should the main title and thumbnail be of the live stream? And overwhelmingly, over almost 1,500 of you guys voted on this, and the majority obviously was to talk about that. Okay, there are some people who don't want me to talk about it, and whenever I mention that I might talk about something or I do talk about it, they're always going to comment they obviously comment, I'm milking it, it's useless, there's no reason to talk about it. But I started looking a bit into it, and that's why I included it in the voting thing. It is a little interesting what they're doing, and the most recent thing that they talked about as well. Are they making an effort to talk about it, or is it just something that slips in their mind and makes it into the video? I don't know. We got to answer that question. Is it something that they intend to do going forward to generate more clicks on their video? Maybe. Are they trying to get commentary channels such as myself or others to talk about it? I don't know. Do videos like mine talking about it generate more views for them and put them in a better light? I don't know. We got to talk about it. So there's a lot of those questions, and a lot of them people can very easily answer yes or no or depends and blah, blah, blah on those questions. But you kind of try to think on, like, do they kind of work that into it? Because they have to look at, because a lot of these are like reacting to things. So when they're going to go react to it, they got to know what they're reacting to. And if they don't, they're just randomly picking things and getting lucky every video. Hey, it's a huge coincidence. But if they know what they're going to talk about, they know it's probably going to pop in their mind when they react to it at that time. And they can tell their editors to leave stuff out, but they don't. They want it to remain in the video. So it leaves to the point where, like, what is going on here and what is the goal of everything? So I'm going to talk about Minilad and Craig. on another topic and how he's doing. I'm mainly going to focus right now on Nogla and Terroriser and their videos. So I got a lot of clips here pulled up, and I'm here to talk about it real quick. And there's something else about Nogla and Terroriser and even Vanoss that I got to talk about probably after this, you know, and that'll be a separate topic as well. But anyways, I'm going to react to the very first one. This isn't the very first one. They've mentioned it before. You've probably seen it before. They're playing Minecraft or Gmod or something, and there's paths, and they say green for Nogla, blue for Delirious, red for Terroriser or whatever, and then orange for, they pause, and then they say, Vanoss says Minilad. That one, I think I've already covered it in a previous video. Told you it's no big deal. They're making a joke about it. Move on. Since then, I have 3 other videos, and there could be more than this. I could be forgetting one, but there's 3 different videos that they mention it, and it's like a 20-second, it's a 17-second clip, the first one, 12 seconds the second one, and 23 seconds the third one. Okay, the third one, and I think the most recent one, was August 13th. That would have been 4 days ago. The second one was on August 4th, and then the first one I'm going to show here, which probably isn't the first reference, but it's the first one I'm going to be showing, is July 31st, so about two and a half weeks ago. I'm going to talk about this, show it real quick, and then we're going to talk about it real quick on what we think about it.
He was live streaming when a female fan approached him.
Oh, this is great.
How old are you?
See, that's how you save your career, guys.
That's what Minilad should have done.
Fuck you! I'm trying to use footage!
Okay, so he says that. I'm trying to use footage. But it ends up appearing 2 more times after this. So it isn't like he's like he's not going to edit out of this or whatever. Obviously, it's a joke. He's playing a joke that, hey, we probably shouldn't talk about it, but it's funny that we do talk about it. So we all know it's a joke, blah, 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 blah. That's the first one that's being shown. Let me show you the second one now.
Wait, that was a great one.
I think the comparison you're trying to make is that you should have won the esports award, but you didn't.
Exactly.
And the person who did win it was a pedophile. And Trump should have won the election, and the person who won it is a pedophile.
Wait, that was a...
Okay, that's the second reference. In another video. I think both of these are Nogla Reacts. Yep. So let's move on to the third one, which is also a Nogla Reacts. This is the most recent one, about 4 days ago.
Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke.
Do you know what the editor needs to do?
I'm listening.
You know, on a construction site, days without injury or whatever?
Yeah, this without a person who cannot be named a joke.
We should try and see how long we can go.
All right, this is day 0. This is day 0.
So day 0. And as far as I know, it's been 4 days since they haven't named it. But I don't know if you count the day if they don't upload a video then. So I guess we gotta wait for the next video. If they don't mention it, that would be the first video without mention, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I'm playing too much into their fun little joke logic right there. But those are 3 videos where it's named. And there was more before that. Probably more than that. But I did want to mention that those are, somebody mentioned it in the chat, Nogla is stirring the pot. It's obviously being left in there and everything. But it's all on Nogla Reacts channel. Okay, so my thoughts about it real quick. Honestly, I still think it's no big deal. No big deal at all. I know I've been getting a lot of comments that people, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about besides it's just a joke. But I don't think it's a reach if people sat here and thought, hey, they're attempting to do this, like either one, to generate more attention for the videos, which is obviously their goal. They're making content. They want more views. They want more attention, obviously. But I don't think it's too much of a reach if it's now became almost like a normal thing. Back when, sorry, a bunch of sacks are moving in the background. It wouldn't be too much of a reach, I think, if they were trying to like make this almost like a normal occurring joke, as if like something else of the past was like the Badoop Badoop Banana Bus, Shark eating a cheeseburger, something that was like almost a normal thing, if this ends up becoming almost like a new normal joke, which is a little over the edge, you should not mention it, but if you do, it's not, it's kind of harmless. Kinda. I don't think it's too much of a reach if anybody's thinking that or wanting to theorize or think about that. Again, overall, it's just a joke and it's not that big of a deal, but there have been people who have made a big deal about this. It's one of those things that I think eventually will be on like a Vanoss crew iceberg if it ever gets made or whatever, where it's going to be kind of lower, that if you caught it in a couple of these videos, they have often referenced it XYZ, and I think that's it. Does joking about Minilad hurt the victims? Again, that's the thing. I personally don't think so. I don't think this joke is really going to affect anyone besides Minilad and the people making the joke. Okay? And having Minilad be an old friend of theirs, do they have more of a right to do it than anybody else? Not really. Does anybody have the right to go online to just joke about Minilad? I mean, kinda. You got the freedom to do it. Now, whether or not... I think at the end of the day, it's about how the viewership's going to hold people accountable for this. Are they able to make more jokes about it? Can they make an entire Gmod map surrounded, like, made about Minilad and what he did? Would that be taking it too far if they made an entire video about it and they joked about it and they were laughing the entire time and being like, oh my god, this video is going to be so bad? And they made it, like, someone made an entire Gmod map about capturing Minilad, putting him in jail. Would that be too far for the Vanoss crew to do something like that? Would that be too far? I mean, you would definitely split people down the middle where some people would be like, okay, that's way too far. You cannot make an entire Gmod map where the goal is, it's like a death run and you got to capture Minilad and put him in jail. Would that be too far? Some people would be like, yep, that's too far. Other people would be like, no, that would be the most funny thing I think they could upload right now. They should do it. What would you guys think? I don't know. So I do think Minilad being the butt of the joke, and if it's directly about Minilad and it's not pulling in other people, they're not trying to stir drama. They're just talking about the, like joking about the incident. It's similar, I guess, to like, some people like to say that when commentary channels talk about drama, you're giving Minilad more attention. You shouldn't be giving him more attention. Nobody should be giving him any attention. That's the best way to handle it. But by them making the jokes and everything about Minilad and stuff like that, or about an old friend, it does entice some people to go check that out, and they are technically giving the attention by putting, like, Minilad as the butt of the joke. It's the same thing with the Keemstar thing. I think Smitty and Kratos made a couple jokes about Keemstar before. Vanoss Crews made a couple jokes about Keemstar, making him the butt of the joke. And overall, yes, it's giving it more attention than what it should be. Or does it not really matter? So, me personally, I think they're just jokes. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I do think, personally, that going forward, will they be making more? Well, probably. They just made the joke at the end. How many days can we go without a joke or whatever? I do think there will be more going forward. Will it be a new normal thing? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a couple jokes for a while, but I think eventually it will stop. I don't think it'll be a new normal. They probably won't ever talk about Craig or Minilad as a serious thing until they get to the point where, like, they're getting kind of wrapped up with YouTube, where they're done and now they can start talking about their life and their career, and they can start now making money on telling stories about it. I think at that point Craig or Minilad might be mentioned, but that would be more farther, way more down the line. I don't think, me personally, I don't think that jokes like that will happen forever, but I do think right now a lot of it will happen, and it will catch a lot of attention from the commentary channels. It will catch a lot of attention to regular audiences who get it and want to talk more about the drama. It will happen like that. But I don't think it will be, like, a reoccurring thing forever. It's not going to be, like, cemented as one of those awesome jokes like Banana Bus or Sharky and a Cheeseburger, or something that always, like, gets re-referenced down the line. I don't think this will, but it could. I don't know. I do think it will go on for a little while. I personally think. Do I think that, or will I more, sorry, will I be making more videos talking about the reference? No, not really, because there's nothing really ever to mention. If they name drop, like, Craig's name like they talk about it, about something important, it would warrant a video. But if it's just another reference, it won't happen again. It simply won't. The reason why I'm saying this, and I've said it before, but yet I'm talking about it again here, is that I get a lot of comments, I get a lot of DMs, and I even get emails telling me about this and saying that it needs to be talked about, it needs to be addressed. When this doesn't, it's more Minilad needs to be addressed. If I keep talking about Minilad, that's one thing, okay? That's one thing. Talking about them and what they say about him, it doesn't warrant anything, it doesn't help anything, and it doesn't really do anything. At the end of the day, this is a pretty pointless conversation. It's like, what can I reference it to? It's like saying, if we were to talk about politics right now, it's like talking about why Trump's hair is better than Biden's hair. It literally doesn't matter. It's down to personal opinion, and it's going to be down to a personal opinion whether or not you think Nogla and Terroriser should be referencing Craig or anything to do with the situation or not. I personally don't care if they do. I don't particularly find it, like, I found it funny the first couple times. I don't really find it funny going forward. It's like kind of amusing, but like not to the level it was. I don't know. Let me know what you guys end up thinking about. It's going to be up to them on whether or not they do it, but there's obviously going to be people down in the comments saying, "Oh my God, the reference! Oh my God, I got that! Oh my God!" Or maybe people will timestamp it. People will find it funny. I personally don't find it as funny as anything else. I found it funny the first couple times, but I think that's it. Minilad is uploading again. He has a new channel. He hasn't uploaded for a while, but I'm gonna pull that up as another thing to talk about. So anyways, that's the conversation I have to talk about there. Nothing else about Nogla and Terroriser. That's it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the whole situation. Should they or should they not do it? And if they do it going forward, should they double down on it and make an entire Gmod map about Minilad and play it off as one big joke? Or do you think they should not and they should just keep it small? Or should they not at all? Let me know down in the comments, obviously, what you guys think. Now, moving on. The next thing is that I didn't just get DMs about Nogla and Terroriser. There is one other thing that a couple things have been popping up here and there, and I wanted to mention it. I will be talking about that here in a second. Nogla and Terroriser and Vanoss. There's been a couple of people worrying about something. A couple people. I think a lot of people. If you go to Vanoss's community tab, something came out on his community tab. He's still uploading content. Nothing's changed. But if you go on Vanoss's community tab and scroll down to here, I can't upload anything without getting age restricted. It's happened twice for the latest Backrooms video. Even after I removed all the swearing, I might just quit YouTube. Okay? You can read the comments. Some people are worried. Some people think it's a joke. Blah, 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 blah. Nogla uploads right here on Twitter. You gotta scroll all the way up. Sorry. One day there'll be no more Vanoss crew. So some people obviously clipped or screenshotted what Vanoss said in the video. If I can go down far enough, right here. So some people actually thinking, okay, there won't be no more Vanoss crew because Vanoss is going to quit YouTube. He's done with YouTube. Now, you tell me, and you let me know real quick, if you think this will warrant any sort of him quitting YouTube altogether. All the money he makes on all of his other videos, all the merch that he sells, all that they do. Oh, 1 second, guys. So, do you guys think that this warrants any sort of Vanoss like quitting or whatever? And do you think Nogla's tweet is referencing that? I personally don't think so at all. But some people did ask me about it and was like, are they quitting or whatever? One person even asked me to DM them, which is ridiculous. I can't even DM them. But I don't think it's them quitting at all. Now, I do think that there has been a new conversation opened up with this that I do see other people doing, that YouTube does like to demonetize videos, and when you do remove it and cut out certain things and re-upload it, it still recognizes it to be demonetized. Some people said that, hey, just in the first minute or two, don't put any swearing, but then you can put swearing after and it'll still work. And some people can do that, some people can't. It's kind of all over the place. I personally do not think at all that, I think YouTube is a little weird where certain things are allowed on the platform, but other things cannot be. And it's kind of like this kind of reverse thing where you think things are backwards, where this should be allowed while this should not be allowed. And it all goes down to monetization, identity theft. If you don't know, Terroriser recently had something on his Twitter as well that text me on Telegram, thanks for the feedback, and it's like Terroriser's logo and everything like that. And somebody put up on Twitter, no way, I'm so happy you don't understand that Terroriser actually responded to this person in a comments video. Terroriser sits here and puts, YouTube creators, can you please make better tools to protect my viewers? I can't see this account in my comments, therefore struggle to ban the account instead of censoring the video. Protect the users. So some people are able to see comments, but the content creator themselves cannot see the user who's obviously trying to impersonate the person. So it seems like there is a lot of stuff where it does seem like, that, a good title for all of this would be the Vanoss crew versus like YouTube themselves. Obviously, they're having issues with YouTube. Vanoss seems to struggle to have a video monetized. It wouldn't be the first for Terroriser or Nogla or any of the other members of the Vanoss crew. They've also probably had struggles on monetization and what they can cut out and what they have to bleep out in XYZ. Obviously, it gets annoying when you have to bleep out every single swear word, especially if your content's always been about that and you've always had the freedom to say stuff like that. But what do you do going forward? I mean, they have to make a living. They've had their lives built around it. They've been doing it for the last 10 years, 10 plus years. What do they do going forward? So they kind of have to switch over to what YouTube is doing and what they want to do to please advertisers and everything. Like, oh, no swearing, it has to be family friendly content. And that might affect their views because they've never gotten that. So what do they do? So me personally, I'm just going to say this, and I don't know if this means anything or not. I don't think it does. But going forward on YouTube, I think that for the monetization thing, I think everything's going to start to calm down a little bit, hopefully. I think less emphasis is going to be on all bleep out every swear word. I think the world as a whole is going to get just a little bit more mature and be normalized again soon. And I only say this because I see a few different streaming services that originally only uploaded PG-13 start to get into uploading more. Even Disney Plus is starting to upload some more PG-13, like more adult PG-13 stuff. And the same goes for other types of content creators who are still monetized and all this other stuff. I think everything might slowly get there. I have no information or no evidence to back this up. It's just my personal opinion. I do think things might get better in the future. I just don't know when or how soon. I have noticed that there was a couple stuff that I watched on Disney Plus that I don't think belongs on Disney Plus, according to their "we keep Disney Plus family friendly," but they put it on there anyways. I think there might be an effort to, hey, a little bit's okay. We'll allow a little bit, and maybe that will become the new norm. It's kind of become the norm now that you've got to cut out almost every single swear word of yours, and you're not allowed to talk about controversial topics anymore on YouTube. So, therefore, if you want to earn money, you have to follow those guidelines, and I think things might normalize and might get back to normal, and it's all about raising awareness for it and telling YouTube themselves. So, by them putting stuff out either on their community tab or Terroriser on Twitter, adding YouTube creators, it might help a couple of these issues. Obviously, talking about it more on other platforms or raising awareness to it. But again, they might just be minor gripes. It might not mean anything. They might just be upset in the moment. They might have just said things, or it's just all one big joke and it's no big deal. Will Vanoss quit YouTube? No, not at all. not just one of the biggest members in the group, but he's one of the biggest gaming YouTubers on the platform. He's not going to simply quit because a couple videos get demonetized. I think he will find a workaround, or YouTube will find a workaround for him. I don't think it will be that big of a deal. For Terroriser, if there are, for him to have somebody impersonate him to try to get people to, think that somebody else is Terroriser instead of him himself, that happens with all content creators. YouTube does need to do a better security thing for something like that. Even small content creators get that all the time, where I'm small. I only have 80,000 subs. For somebody to go on Discord and make a fake TJV account, or for them to go on Twitter, or even make a YouTube and go to comment without checking out the channel to see that it's obviously not me. There have been people who've received stuff like that before. I think back then, Chilled Venom, another commentary YouTuber, he screenshotted something. I think it was in his comments or something like that, where people were trying to somebody had to fake TJV and put my logo as their YouTube account. They made a fake TJV, whatever. And they tried starting a fight with Chilled Venom, which at the time being Chilled Venom weren't getting along, I think. And it ended up, he put it on Twitter, okay, I see you. And he was really mad at me. I went to go check Twitter being that's not me. I never made a comment. So I go to check out the video and I see that it's some other YouTube account. So I tell him, hey, that's not even me. You should check the YouTube, the actual YouTube page. So he does, and he takes down the tweet. I think he takes down the tweet and a lot of the replies and or whatever. And it's nobody. But it did incite something. It was a problem that happened. And I do think going forward there will be problems like that do happen. The verified badge is supposed to help with that, but sometimes it doesn't. I see people trying to fake the verified badge all the time. Some of them do look convincing when they fake it. So again, I don't think it helps. I think that there should be some sort of better moderation, but at the same time, there's always going to be issues. I do think that the Vanoss crew will work with that. I do think they just get irritated, like all other content creators do, and all that. Now, with Nogla saying someday there'll be no more, in quotes, Vanoss crew, that could be referencing a couple different things. It might not just be Vanoss quits. It could be that, but it could also be a reference that some of the Vanoss crew will probably end up splitting up and doing different types of content. Like we've seen before, we've seen Wildcat do more of a vlogging channel. We've seen Nogla and Terroriser do more React sort of stuff. Vanoss still has been one of the more true gaming type, like Delirious has, and other people as well. And over time, we've obviously seen people and members of the crew fall out because of bad reasons or leave because of whatever reason. They might just not be a crew anymore like they used to. Will they still be friends? I'm sure. Will they still play together from time to time? I'm sure. But will they be a close group like they always are? I don't know. I don't know what Vanoss's goal is, and I think he's always been one not to make any sort of solo content. He's always tried to include people and as much people as possible. So I mean, having Vanoss as a backbone that he's always going to work together as, or always want to work together with other people, especially people in the crew. I don't know. I don't think it will be. I don't think it will happen. I don't know what Nogla is meaning by it. It might just be a joke. But if anybody's worried about it, I personally wouldn't worry about it unless they actually say something about it. Saying it briefly in a tweet probably means nothing. 5 years from now, it's probably not going to mean anything. I'm pretty sure they'll still be playing together, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It all depends. There might be another fallout with the group. There might be something else that ends up coming out that happened before that affects the group, similar the Ohm situation, the Louis stuff that happened with Louis, the stuff that happened with Minilad. There might be something else that affects the group, but I don't know if it will affect it to the point where they will no longer be playing together. And that's just the point I want to get across. I don't think there's any worry with that. I don't think there's any worry with Vanoss. And obviously, they're going to work to do their best on YouTube as they possibly can. So, yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at. So, having said this, I'll move on to one of the, not the final topic, but one of the final topics. So, Minilad. We'll get this out of the way. Minilad is still uploading stories to Instagram, if you didn't know. I covered this in a previous video. If anybody wanted an update on what Minilad's doing, he's still uploading stories to Instagram. So yeah, he's working out. He's still updating his audience to a point. And those are his stories. I'm only going to show him once, not show him a lot. No other point. I don't really see him posting much, but he has. And that's that. There's been one other thing that he's been doing as well. I will show that real quick. There was... well, I'm going to talk about the Instagram thing real quick. Why does that even matter? Well, one, I think a lot of fans of his on... I'm sure every fan that's followed him on Instagram has heard about it. Whether or not they believe it or not, or care to believe it, there are still people, I believe, that are going to like his post and still be fans of his no matter what. And there might be somebody new who's never heard of Minilad. Believe it or not, with the amount of attention that Minilad has gathered from the stuff, it seems like he's gotten more attention than some of his most popular videos. There are still people out there in this world who don't know who Minilad is or what Minilad did. Now, you let me know if you think someone new who doesn't know anything Minilad has done should go and watch his content and be a fan without the knowledge of it. You let me know. If you think yes, then I'm not going to get to you. I'm sorry, but the answer is no. They should not just simply be able to watch a Minilad video without the knowledge of doing it. They should be acknowledged somehow by doing my part about talking about it, other people by commenting about it, other people by other commentary channels by talking about it, even the Vanoss crew by making references to it. It helps anybody who has never heard of Minilad to know about it, and not to necessarily go and dislike every video and to go hate on him, and no, but just to know about it. So it releases any chances of Minilad doing it to another younger, underaged, member of his community, and it stops people from doing that. This would all be solved if he was just banned off the community, because there would be no way for that to happen, and it would shut everybody up. Nobody would ever talk about it again. Maybe references to it, but if he was off the community, it would solve all problems. But it hasn't happened. He hasn't been off the platform. Having said that, hello, Briz. Having said that, I do think it is important to leave some updates here and there. I'm only going to cover real quick about the upload schedule of Minilad. It seems to have dipped a lot. He's kind of made a commitment to upload every Friday on his second channel, and he has not. So, I mean, last Friday he has not uploaded. So, tomorrow is Thursday, and then it'll be Friday. There should be a new video, if there's a video, but I don't know if he'll be uploading. Maybe this is a sign that he'll stop uploading, and if that happens and he ends up leaving altogether, maybe that'll work. But a lot of his videos have not worked, and his viewership has gone down a lot. As you can see on his main channel, it's only about 50,000, 40,000 views. All the other stuff, there's a couple things that gets up to 90,000 views, but his last video to get over 100,000 is finally some good news, which this video, he got over 260,000 views, but he had a different title. Me being canceled is the best thing to happen to me, or whatever was it, and now why losing everything was. Kind of switched the title on there or whatever, but he ended up uploading, those podcasts, good news and everything, and then he made a whole new channel about it, which is right here. Now, some people have told me that these are now monetized. He has monetized this channel now. He is now making money from this, is what I've heard. I don't know if anybody else in the chat knows anything else about this, but I've heard that these are now monetized. People have received ads when watching these videos. Now, YouTube just does not place ads on videos for them to earn money. Motherfucker hit the gym and lost weight, thinks he isn't a child pred anymore. That's not how this works, Big Dog. I agree 100%. But he is constantly hitting the gym. I showed you guys his Instagram page. And I'm showing you guys real quick that I think this new channel is monetized, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I don't know if it would be because it's been too short of time, and I don't think he's gotten enough watch hours, but he might have. I think you only need over, 1,000 subscribers? I didn't know this is his channel. Yeah, this is his second channel. It's verified he got those monetized. Yeah. Now, I don't know.
Good news.
Nope, I didn't get any sort of ad on that one. The shorts make little to no money, so it doesn't really matter. He's throwing PewDiePie and Mr. Beast, KSI, Logan Paul, trying to get more attention, obviously. But I don't get any ads when I click on these videos. And I don't know how that works necessarily on how you can check if it's monetized. I don't know 100% how to check that. I did ask other people, how do you know? And they just say, I've gotten ads. There was a screenshot I had, but I wasn't able to find it before this live stream. But apparently this channel is monetized to some people, is what they claim. If it's not, and this is just an attempt for me to talk about it, if it's just an attempt for me to talk about it, then it worked. But is there a chance this will be monetized? Well, I shared those worries before. Give me 10 minutes. Okay, somebody's going to find out real quick if it is monetized or not. But I've shared these worries in the past that by him making a second channel, YouTube should be knowledgeable of that. And if it's a channel where it's only good news, he only talks about good things, it's nothing bad, it's all good news. You don't think that by putting Mr. Beast in the title, KSI, PewDiePie, YouTubers did something good for once, animals, you don't think that's going to attract some kid who's under the age of 18, under the age of 16, even a 12, you don't think a random 12-year-old somehow going to stumble across this and like the video and subscribe to the account and become a fan of Minilad, especially if it's one of his actual audience members from his Minilad channel that are going to follow him to his new channel. You don't think that there's going to be kids younger who are going to follow him to the ends of the earth and no matter what, follow him, and one day he'll open up, hey, on Instagram, hit me up or whatever. People aren't going to try to DM him one time. You don't think people are going to try to buy any merch he tries to put out? I mean, it gives him all the benefits of YouTube that he had before. He wasn't allowed to be monetized on his main channel. I think YouTube demonetized his channel. But with this new channel, he's able to monetize. He did do meme streams where he allowed donations on like a third-party donation thing. So he was trying to collect money from it. I don't really think he does that anymore because he ain't live streaming. But with this new channel, he's able to monetize and do all that stuff. So me personally, I've always shared these worries that this new channel being monetized has always been a worry of mine. Now it's actually going to be monetized. YouTube doesn't even recognize the easy view he gains from younger audiences, which he shouldn't be manipulating and doing so. And that's the thing too. If he was just honest, like from the get-go, said everything that he said, it wouldn't have changed anything. But at least I can tell he was being honest, and I wouldn't have to worry in the future that he's going to manipulate other people because he was honest out front. He said everything he was going to say, and he left it on YouTube. Well, his old apology video is gone. If you don't know, he deleted it, by the way. It's gone. Minilad, my apology. I'll pull this up for you guys. He deleted it. So if you don't think this is an attempt for him to sit here and wipe the slate clean and try to have everyone forget about it. He deleted his apology video. He deleted his clearing the air video. This is it re-uploaded. And the original video link, thank God for this person re-uploading it. The original video link, if you click on it, video's private. Video is unavailable. It's been gone for a minute, by the way. This isn't any new news. It might be new to some people, but it isn't new to anybody else. So by him removing the apology video, by him making a new channel, by having that video claimed by some that it's monetized now, they've seen ads when they click on the video. You don't think at all he's just trying to get back to the same place he was before, to have everyone forget about it, and for him to be literally in the exact situation he was when he messaged those people who were underage and took advantage of them, used his number, his size, and his channel, his brand against those girls. He's literally getting back to the same spot where he can do it again. And if you think he's trustworthy not to do it again, after he's already not screwed up once, not twice, but 3 times, he's done this 3 times with 3 different girls, which I covered in a previous video that there is a 3rd girl, if you didn't know about that. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't trust somebody after doing it once. This person has done it 3 times. And a lot of people want to group the Minilad situation as one thing that happened. No, there was 3 different times. It was it took place over years of it happening. And he's done like that because he's worked out and he's lost weight and he dresses differently and he shows his tattoo more often and he has different glasses and he talks and does different types of content. I'm sorry, it's not believable. It irks a lot of people the wrong way. It irks me the wrong way, and that's what motivates me to do these videos. If I wasn't having fun doing these videos, I wouldn't drive myself into the fucking ground doing these videos all the time. But the reason why I do it, because it motivates me enough that some people out there will reach this video and realize that he's done wrong, or other people will make an effort to do so, and hopefully I'll make a ripple effect where it saves other people from having to possibly fall into that situation with him. So yeah, I do think it's important to talk about it. If you are somebody who's interested in talking about it, talk about it. If you have a small channel, a big channel, whatever. If you know somebody else who will talk about it, share this around, share the information around at least. And then obviously keep checking up on what he's doing, but at the same time, don't send hate. Don't break any of the YouTube TOS or the rules. I do want to share a couple statistics that I share in regular videos because I won't be making a normal commentary video about this. I might clip this and re-upload it, but I'm not going to make a normal commentary video about it. So I will share a couple of the statistics about it. This is a short about it. 165 likes, 132 dislikes. Not as many people look at that. Oh, sorry, I didn't show it.
You ever drive?
Sorry.
These are 3 good
Right
news
there.
stories from...
You ever drive?
These are 3...
It won't click on it, but it's whatever.
You ever drive? You ever...
These are...
You ever... You...
There we go. Sorry. The next part is right
good
here.
news, everyone!
More dislikes than likes. I didn't even check out this video in full at all. This is another video. I'm not going to click on it. Well, I will click on it, but 305 dislikes and 200 and
These
something
are 3
likes.
good news...
That was John Cena.
These are 3 good news...
And then this one right here,
28 Tigers.
450 dislikes and 231 likes. And then the very first one that he uploaded, I think got the most attention here. Almost 1,000 dislikes and 300 likes. Obviously, there's a large amount of people who followed. And I think that's a good thing. But, yeah, just wanted to mention that. Now, let's go to his main channel. Because there's a couple videos that I didn't cover. And I don't plan on covering that he's uploaded recently. This one... 8,000 dislikes. There's still a lot of people here. Holy crap. This has a lot more views, so let's see the dislikes versus the likes. Oh, I already clicked on this one. My bad.
Hello, everybody.
This one has 40,000. Still 4,000 dislikes and about 2,000 likes. And then this recent one, 4,000 dislikes and 2,000 likes. Okay, so it seems like that's going to be more of an average, 40 to 60,000 views, sometimes up to 90 to 100,000 views. Not nearly as much as he had before. Is he having fun doing it? I can't imagine he is. Viewership, audiences, reactions to your videos is almost the biggest part of YouTube, if not the biggest part of uploading content. There's no way in hell that he is completely cool with the reaction that's happening. There's no way. Is he hiding it? Obviously he is. There's just no way. If he were to speak upon it, I'm sure he would have dislikes or disappointments about what's going on, and that he's still trying to do it. In his mind, he obviously thinks it's all right for him to upload content and for him to stay on the platform and him to try to earn money and him to try to regain an audience. TJV, you forgot to dislike the videos you just showed us. Oh, yeah. Well, it's getting to the point where I don't need to go by and dislike the video. I felt like back in fall of 2020 when I first made videos that you need to dislike the videos. You need to show other people that, hey, the dislikes mean something. The dislikes don't mean anything anymore because most people can't even see the dislikes. So if you dislike the video and people are only seeing the likes, it doesn't matter. I downloaded a basic plugin. You look up online dislike or YouTube dislike plugin. And you can download it to your browser or to your phone or whatever, and you can see the dislikes. But not everybody does that. So it doesn't really matter if you dislike the video anymore. Now, if you dislike the video, it might stop it from going through the algorithm and being recommended. You can obviously do that. But it's to the point now where his videos mostly get disliked. I doubt many of his videos are being recommended anymore. And if they are, it's being recommended on such a small scale, it doesn't matter. And since a lot of people are already doing what I've been advocating to do, I feel like I don't have to do it anymore. I don't see it as any form of harassment or hate for people to go dislike it. If you believe in what I'm telling you and you want to follow this stuff, or I don't want to call it a movement or the cause that we're doing, but to get him eventually off the platform and for less young kids to have to go to his channel. If you believe that and you want to go dislike it, that is completely up to you. I'm not forcing anybody, and I'm not trying to manipulate anybody to do so. I'm just trying to be honest and have people go and do it. So, TJV, did you watch the Better Call Saul? No, I did not see that. I'm sorry. I don't even know what that is, if I'm being honest. I'm sorry. One day it's going to circle around where he makes another apology video, which will probably be just as bad as the last one. He knows that it's still lingering, the fact all these allegations are being brought up. If you don't, you will be recommending that video again. I'm sort of confused. Deadman, I know what you're talking about. It might end up doing that again. The goal is never to sit here and try to give him more attention, but he's already gaining attention, and he can make a rise going up. Right now, he has he's going downhill. It's a downhill slope on how his channels are doing. But with his new channel, he might just try to be happy with what he has, constantly advertise his second channel, and try to make money off of that. Now, believe it or not, yes, his videos have gotten less than 10,000 views, but that can switch in an instant. It can happen. Videos can go viral. He can make a great video that ends up getting recommended a lot. And I'm not trying to say that he's like a bad content, like the content he's doing is bad necessarily. It's just coming from a very bad person, and that person shouldn't be doing it. It's like if you had O.J. Simpson started making YouTube videos. You think that would work out very well? Harvey Weinstein? I mean, it's sort of in the same vein. So where, like, it doesn't matter about the content they upload. Just should or should they not. So, he should not be uploading content. So therefore, I do think it's important for people to keep up on his channel, seeing what he's doing, literally monitoring him very close. We're always keeping eyes on him from this point forward, because he's shown in the past not to be trustworthy. So until he gets off that platform, he's always going to have that constant pressure of being on YouTube. And I think that's completely fine. That's what he deserves, I believe. Now, am I part of a minority? No, I think I'm part of a big majority of people who agree. But there are people who think that I should just leave him alone. There are people who think that I should just forget about it, that I should stop not giving him attention. Again, like I said before, if I'm giving him attention, then every joke made about him in a Vanoss crew video is giving him attention, you know? And I want to eliminate having to make full-on videos just simply talking about him, because honestly, he's not worth that amount of time, but he is worth being mentioned, and I think that's what it is going forward until something else happens. Will he make another apology video? Eventually, yes, because the dislikes are not stopping anytime soon. He does need to start thinking about what he's going to do, because I can't imagine he's making that much money off of YouTube, if any at all. I know his main channel is demonetized, but if his new channel is monetized, I don't know how the hell he's paying for bills. He must have a lot of money saved up, or he has a second job. Maybe that's why his upload schedule's been wonky, because maybe he's working an actual job. I don't know. All right. Alrighty. TJV, do you think Louis can make a comeback? Yeah, I think Louis can make a comeback. I think Louis is doing his own thing. I don't think he has a desire to do YouTube, as far as I know. I'm sure he can make a comeback. And I wouldn't be opposed of him doing a comeback if he wanted to. So yeah. TJV, his second channel does have ads and is monetized because expired milk got an ad on it. Yeah, so people are getting... Yeah, so Minilad channel is monetized. That's what I thought. His second channel is, not his main channel. So I'll make it very clear so I'm not confusing anyone. This channel demonetized as far as we know. This channel monetized. This channel has not reached over 10,000 views on any video, but he's still making money off of it. And I think this is going to be his new like main channel going forward, where he's probably going to put a lot more effort into this channel now that it's monetized. So, yeah, it was probably a big score for him. He has not uploaded in an actual video in 12 days. He uploaded a short in 9 days. Shorts ain't going to be making him barely any money. You don't have to worry about that. But an actual video 12 days ago, he should have uploaded last Friday, because new episodes every Friday, it says. But there was obviously no upload. So maybe this Friday, 2 days from now, he will have an upload. Maybe he won't. On his main channel, it was 10 days ago. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. Alrighty. So, one last thing that I wanted to talk about real quick, and this is just something a bit different from drama. I don't think there's anything else to cover about drama. If you have any questions about it right after this last topic I talk about, you can ask questions in the chat, and I will talk about it with you guys for about like 5-10 minutes. But one thing I wanted to get by real quick. So I recently watched a new show on Disney Plus recently, and I didn't know it was on Disney Plus. Apparently it might have been out for a couple months now, maybe not, I don't know. But or maybe it just got on there. But I started watching a new show on Disney Plus, and I completed watching it, and season 1, 2, and 3 of it. It's called The Orville, made by Seth MacFarlane, the creator of Family Guy. Has a lot of wonderful cast members in there. Has a lot of different, a lot of different types of shows. And I want to talk about the show here in a second, and what I thought about the show, and if there's going to be a season 4 or not, because I've seen stuff about it real quick. Nightguard, $10 super chat. Do you think Minilad is aware of all the drama channels spreading info about him and is making the new channel as a jab towards them? Petition for TJV to be in the next movie, Five Nights at Freddy's, or Final Fantasy. I don't know. What does FNF mean? I think I know what it means, but I get confused. Yes, Minilad's aware. There's no way he knows about what the Vanoss crew doing. He knows. I'm sure he's seen a video of mine. There's no way, like I said before, the reaction to his videos or to anybody's videos is a big part of YouTube. If you don't upload good content, you don't grow. If people don't like your content, you don't grow. If people really hate your content, you can grow in a bad way, but it all depends on the reaction. That's the biggest part of YouTube. There's no way he's uploading content, like going through recording, going through editing, going through writing the script, going through all of this research and all this other stuff, uploads the video and be like, that was fun. There's no way he's doing that. He's also looking at what people think about it. He's probably heavily monitoring his comment sections, deleting comments, reporting comments, blacklisting comments. He blacklisted Ohm's comment, so I think he's blacklisted a couple of mine. I think I put some in a couple previous videos, and people said they could never find it. So, yeah. He definitely knows. He knows about what the Vanoss crew is doing. He knows about what the Vanoss crew is doing. He knows about the reaction to his videos. He probably knows about the other commentary channels, and he probably knows about me uploading videos. Will he ever do something about it? I hope he reaches out to somebody and talks to a commentary channel. That would be interesting, because I think there's a lot of questions for him. We never really got to talk to him like we did with... we barely got to talk to Keemstar. I actually got to talk to Ohm a few times. I got to talk to other members of the Vanoss crew at one point. I never really got to talk to Minilad about any of this stuff. Do I have any kind words to say to him? No. So it would just simply be the questions that we need to know, like, how long do you plan on doing YouTube? Would you ever consider leaving YouTube? Basic questions that I feel like he could answer, but at the same time aren't jabs, and they're not disrespectful to him. My goal isn't to sit here and just disrespect him at all times. If there's obviously information and questions we've always had probably for Minilad that he's never answered that we could actually ask him. So that's my opinion on that, and yeah, XYZ. Having said that, I want to talk about the Orville. The Orville is made by Seth MacFarlane. If you don't know, it's kind of like a parody to Star Trek and all this other stuff. and they have a season 1 and a season 2. There was a big gap because of COVID, and Fox was sold to Disney. It was originally made by the people at Fox and everything. Seth MacFarlane is the main creator of the show, and then obviously Disney and Hulu threw good money at him, and now the season 3 is called The Orville New Horizons. So my opinion on the show real quick is that season 1, season 2 I thought were great. I honestly like the whole Seth MacFarlane comedy. I love Ted and Ted 2, A Million Ways to Die in the West. I thought were good movies. Some people don't like it a lot, so I understand. But I honestly like season 1, season 2. Season 3 by far is probably my favorite. There's a lot less episodes, but the episodes are a lot longer. And Seth MacFarlane went on to describe them as small movies. Every episode's like a small movie. And it really does feel that way. It does have the classic, like, okay, you know it has to go to commercial break after this because the suspense just built up, and now you're going to figure out after commercial break. But on Disney Plus, when I watch them on Disney Plus, there is no commercial break. There is none of that. But it does fade to black and then fade back out of black, and then you have to figure out what happened. There is the classic TV show suspense thing, so to me it doesn't feel like a movie. It feels like a very long episode. It's like they're like an hour and 15 minutes is how long the episodes are. There's not a lot of credits time. The intro's not that long, so it's like literally an hour and 15 minutes every single episode. I personally think that The Orville season 3 is by far the best season. I think it saved it because a lot of people didn't like how season 2 was going, but season 3 saved it. I'm going to avoid spoilers too, just in case you want to watch it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's honestly, I think all 3 seasons are good to watch, but if you really just want to watch something that's new and fresh, just watch season 3. You will be caught up on everything by the end of season 3. You'll know most stuff. There might be a couple of references you might not get, but you don't really need them for the overall story. Season 3 is a really good season. I think with how well they did, I think they actually had a writer from Star Trek that actually came and wrote a little bit of episodes in these seasons. But I think Seth MacFarlane does great. You will catch some Seth MacFarlane humor and quips and stuff, but you're not gonna get the entire show isn't as quippy as the first 2 seasons were. I think season 3 is a lot more serious and a lot more dramatic, and it follows a very good story. And a couple of times I was kind of taken aback on like how good Seth MacFarlane was at acting sometimes. Acting by everyone was really great. There might have been a couple things that I found a little cringy here and there, but there's a couple things I found really funny. It's still humorous, don't get me wrong. And you're going to... my mind was sort of blown on kind of where they went. But I think by the very end, it leaves you wanting more. It kind of... People say that the end of season 3, the last episode, it's called Future Unknown. A lot of people say that that's a great finale for season 3. I don't think so. Me personally, I think season 3 tries to wrap everything up just in case there isn't a season 4. But I don't think everything's answered. I don't think it's wrapped up the best. I do think it's a good ending, but it's not the best that people are trying to put out. I think season 3... I think season 3 leaves people with wanting more. It does with me, at least. Seth MacFarlane obviously loves doing the show. He loves having fun, but a lot of the actors have expired. Like they don't have their contracts weren't extended past this season. So a lot of people think that season 4 is not going to happen. You know, there's people who don't have contracts for the show. They have to go back and re-get everyone and have everyone re-sign up. I think if we have to wait another couple of years for it, we wait another couple of years for it and have a big gap between what happened, because there was obviously a gap between season 2 and season 3, and season 3 did really good on picking up what happened between that gap. So having a big gap between season 3 and season 4, I think they can do it again, and I think Seth MacFarlane has taken the show from being kind of like a mediocre Star Trek parody to really being something on its own that, like, I think kind of holds up against some Star Trek. Honestly, if you like The Orville better than Star Trek, I would understand why. It is like a very humorous Star Trek parody, and it is really good, I think. I think season 3 is really good. I think anybody that's watching this should go check it out. Do I think there's going to be a season 4? I really, really hope so. If there's not, I think that's going to be one of the most upsetting things ever, but it's became one of my new favorite shows and something that I'm going to rewatch and relook at clips from. over and over again. So if you're ever interested in checking out a new show, go check out The Orville New Horizons Season 3. It's only about 10 episodes long. Each episode's about over an hour long. And check out Season 3. I really hope there's a Season 4. But as far as I know, there's no plans for it. Again, it leaves you at the very end. You're kind of like, ooh, I really want to see another one. But a lot of people think that it's very wrapped up. So Seth MacFarlane is multi-talented, hands down. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, okay, anyways. Having said that, that's my little review / I bet my word out. I hope Orville Season 4 happens, but I don't know. We'll see. My girlfriend wants to be in the show. My girlfriend's actually liked a lot of the Orville. We watched different parts of it at different times, which kind of has irked her a little bit. But I think she's witnessing like a lot of Season 1 and 2. And I finished up Season 3, so I was able to talk about it, obviously. But it is one of those, I think, one of those shows where you want to watch it every single night, but you know you got to get to bed, so you're always like one more episode. But the problem is every episode's close to an hour, if not an hour long. So, and you really don't want to go to bed like mid-episode at all. And if you do, you're going to rewatch it back in the morning or right after work the next day. So, it definitely kept me up a lot of nights. I think the longest I've stayed up was until like 4 a.m. watching like 3 episodes in a row. And I had to sleep for 2 hours and then wake back up. It'll hook you in if you do it. So, anyways, that's my talk about the Orville. Pretty much done with that. I have no other really topics to talk about besides a couple things I want to do going forward in the future. So feel free to send in some questions real quick. And then I'll answer any questions in the live chat before I end the stream. But it's only been an hour and a half. There's not really much else to talk about. I got plenty of things to have to clip and go forward from there. First question is, are you still playing Minecraft, and what happened to Blake Chambers? So, there's not a lot I can say about that. I actually don't really want to say much about it. Will I play Minecraft? Yeah, I'll play Minecraft again someday. It's not that big of a deal. My staff, I think, still has a server where we play Minecraft from time to time. I have not played on it in a while, or if at all. I don't know if it's a new server or what, but I haven't really asked to join, so, you know, there's no problems with the staff team and what we've done on Minecraft. In terms of Blake Chambers, we haven't really spoken in a long time. There wasn't see, that's the thing. I just really... There's just not really a lot I can talk about right now. There will be stuff that happens that will probably end up going public, and that's probably when I can talk about it, but I can't talk about it really right now. Can't is not really the right word. I just don't want to. I have no association with Blake Chambers anymore, and he has none with me. I still have old content on my channel that involves him. I'm not looking to go and rid him of my past, because everything happens for a reason, and I'm not looking to do that. But I have nothing... there's nothing that's going to happen between me and him going forward. There is a reason for that, and I'm sure answers will be answered if anyone was curious, but you're pretty much the first question in months of somebody asking about that. So yeah, I have no association with Blake Chambers anymore for a reason, and he has none with me. So yeah. TJV, when are you playing Fortnite with viewers? I might do a stream sometime. That's the thing with viewers, though, is that I don't know if I can speak to viewers. There's always a problem with a viewer saying something while I'm live streaming. I don't want someone to scream out something inappropriate or play something through his mic that's going to get the video taken down. XYZ. It's just a lot harder to trust viewers. Like, back then I did it, but I should have been more cautious of it. Nothing ever happened, but there were a couple times I had Kirk on, and he said some swear words and stuff like that. got a couple videos of mine demonetized, but it didn't really matter. I didn't care. Kirk was fun to play with. Oh yeah, Kirk. I don't know if I'll play with a lot of viewers, and if I do, it won't be with mic chat. I'll have to just invite them. We'll play with somebody, then we'll kick them from the party and invite a new one. Probably do something like that. And if it's gonna be a game, it might not be Fortnite, so we'll have to wait and see. TJV, did you watch my apology video towards you that I mentioned? No, I haven't really checked any of that out. If it's something to do with the past, I've moved on from it. There's no really point to re-bring it up, and that's why. I thought with the feud with Minilad died down. There's not really a feud. A feud requires him to like have a problem back. There's not really a feud. It's more people are still asking me to do it, referencing it, mainly Nogla and Terroriser. And it becomes news and drama to talk about, and I update you guys and inform you guys on it, and then talk about what could happen going forward in the future. Just for example, when Minilad made a second channel, I expressed worry that he was going to monetize that channel and gain money. A lot of people thought, you have nothing to worry about, he won't do that. Well, it's monetized now. People are getting ads on his new channel, so now he has a monetized channel when his main channel got demonetized. So yeah, that's why we talk about it and speculate, theorize, and share our worries about it and talk about it. What's the most recent thing in your life that you thought would be best moving forward? Definitely what I said in the beginning of the stream, when I went to both funerals less than 2 months ago. I had 2 funerals I had to go to, one for my cousin on my mom's side and one for my grandmother on my mom's side. Recently I started thinking about, I want to start recording a lot of the hobbies that I'm doing now, because if anything were to happen to me or anybody else where I would have to, God forbid, leave YouTube, a lot of my hobbies and what I enjoy would be online for me to have to rewatch. A lot of those memories would be recorded. So whether I upload them or I just keep them for memory's sake, I want to record a lot of what I'm doing. So the best thing in my life for me going forward is doing my hobbies and uploading them for fun. If it ends up making a lot of money, it makes a lot of money. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It doesn't really matter to me. I enjoy doing car stuff, and I enjoy spending time with my family, my friends, my girlfriend. I enjoy, I have an interest in the NFL and football and a couple other sports here and there. I want to be able to share a lot of that stuff. I'm into drinking and vaping too. Don't plan on uploading that stuff, so it's not everything, but I do enjoy like doing car stuff. So I'm gonna probably upload more car stuff, and then when the NFL season comes around, I'll talk about the NFL, what I think about football games, people in the NFL, XYZ. I'm not trying to become a big NFL football content creator, but I'm gonna share some interest in it, just because it's a hobby of mine, and there might be other people in my audience who like that. TJV, so you moved a different house, or what's going on? Oh, okay. So if you don't know Blake Chambers, I shared a house with him. I think I shared this on a couple of his streams on his channel, and I think on a video or something on my channel. I moved into a new house with him. Like I said, I can't say a lot of what happened, but what I will say is that me and Blake did move into a house. We both were on a contract with the landlord. We had obligations to meet. I met all my obligations. Blake did not. That's one of the reasons why we're no longer associated with each other anymore. Somebody was able to meet their obligations. Somebody was not. There's a lot more to that, and I'm not trying to paint anybody in a bad light, but that's the reason I no longer live there anymore. That's the reason why me and him no longer speak and are no longer together, and there's really nothing else to talk about besides that. Until there's a time for it to go public. There will be a time for it to go public. There's something with the court of law that needs to be addressed eventually, and it will be on public record one day, no matter how it goes, but that's something that's going to happen. Next thing to talk about, TJV, have you seen Breaking Bad? I've seen a couple clips. Again, I'm not really into it like for the Orville recently. I've been watched it, but I never really got to watch anything in full for Breaking Bad yet. So sorry. No disrespect, but why is he being talked about? somebody asks a question, I'm going to try to be honest as I can without having to reveal too much. There will be limits on what I don't want to talk about, but normally I'm an open person. If you ask about it and have interest in it, I don't mind sharing it. Didn't know my mans was streaming. Hello, my lord. Hello, Luca. How you doing? You've been here for a long time. I enjoy eating 4 hot dogs a day. That is really weird. TJV, will you collab with Crows of Judgment anytime soon? If they're ever interested in collabing, I don't think they've uploaded for a while, unless I'm mistaken. I'm going to do a quick look. It looks like they haven't uploaded in 3 weeks, so I don't know what's going on with them. I have watched a couple of their recent videos just to be caught up, but nothing too serious. I think if Crow wants to, you know, if Crow wants to sit here and collab someday, I don't have a problem with it. Me and him haven't really been on the best of terms overall. There's been a couple things where, I mean, sometimes when I get invited over, sometimes it's to, hey, we're gonna bring this up to him when before letting him know. It's happened a couple times, which I think is disrespectful. It's whatever. It's no big deal. I'm not upset about anything at all. It's just if we're both going to be honest with each other and be like, hey, we're going to talk about this and this it, and he wants me to jump over to his channel, I'll go over and join it. But at the same time, there's been multiple times where I've gone over there and other things are always brought up that tries to cause drama, and I don't really want to do that again. I have nothing against Crow. I have nothing against anybody who he's worked with. I said a lot of things to people over there that I regret and I don't want to really be disrespectful to anymore. And I think it's old, childish drama that needs to be moved on. If Crow ever wants to sit here and do some sort of content creator or content together and collab, I don't mind it. I don't think Crow is interested in doing any sort of collab with me, though. He is very insightful on a lot of different topics, while I'm insightful on very specific topics. So if he wants me to talk about something specific, I guess. But if he wants my opinions on other stuff, I'll be like, I don't know. You sound pretty correct on what you're saying, Crow. I'll say what you said and move on from there. There's not really much else to say besides that. If it's something that I know of, though, and he wants me to talk about it, I'll talk about it. Like, let's say if he ever brings up Minilad and wants me to talk about it because he thinks I know more information, or I'm a specialist on Minilad since I've uploaded a lot of content about him. Sure, I don't mind talking about it. If he wants to bring up the old drama surrounding us, then we'll talk about it. But I'm not looking on doing any more, and getting into any more disrespectful banter that we both have done to each other. We have both done that at one point. I think as far as I know, as far as we know, we haven't talked in a while. That's all I know, really. But yeah, they were streaming a couple days ago, I think. Now it's been about 3 weeks. From his channel, it looks like 3 weeks ago is the last they streamed. So, I do think they're really good commentators. I think I am subscribed to them, or I am subscribed to them. So, yeah. What did Nogla and Terroriser say about the Minilad this time? I know it's already been talked about. So can anyone share the link, please? I'll be uploading clips to what I covered and what I showed, so you can always follow up with that. Nogla and Terroriser are just making more jokes about it, pretty much, and we theorized, shared worries, concerns, thought about what's going to happen going forward, and should or should they not do it, and we talked about that. How much do you make live stream like this? How much do you make live stream like this? How much am I making off of the live stream? It's just like any other video. It depends on how many views you get and how many of those views are watching ads, full-length ads, skipping the ads. It all sort of depends. It's like a regular video. There's sometimes a couple donations and memberships that happen through live stream. There's been, I believe, 1 super chat this live stream. So sometimes you get a lot, sometimes you don't. There was times where I've gained $2,000 to $3,000 on a single live stream just because the drama was really hot. But that's sort of what you deserve when you're a commentary channel. Sometimes you're really hot in the drama, everyone's looking at your channel. Sometimes not. Sometimes a lot of people are looking at the channel for bad reasons, like Brazo and Minilad. They're getting a lot of hate every single day. And then sometimes it's just sort of okay. This is like a cool, relaxed time where I can have 20 viewers all the way up to 200 viewers. Relax, we can talk, we can do whatever we want. There's no stress that we have to keep talking about the main thing, because before I always had like thousands of people watching my live streams at a time where I have to keep talking. I have to keep giving information. I have to keep talking and keeping up with the chat. I have to keep doing this over and over again. For the last couple of months, it has not been like that, and I'm happy that it hasn't been like that. I think a couple months ago, I did get up like into the hundreds, almost close to 1,000, but it's been sort of chill ever since, where I can just relax with you guys, and like, there's not that many people, not many people comment, not many people do it, and I think that's completely fine. And you know, regular videos, regular clips of mine might get into the thousands of views. Great. If they don't, they don't. At least the live streams can be a bit more chill. And I think over time, the more clips I upload, the more people are going to want to check out the live streams and be a part of that, and maybe get their name featured here into one of the clips that might blow up. And if that happens, so be it. But it's sort of relaxing now that I can just sit here and talk and answer questions, and I don't have to keep being on a topic to keep those thousands of people entertained. I can just talk. If you guys don't want to watch more, you guys can head out. There's multiple people I've said, hey, I gotta go. If you gotta go, cool, I'll see you another time. And I like how relaxed it is. TJV, I only joined What's Up with my countrymen and Minilad. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, if you're talking about Vanoss crew and Minilad, I talked about it before. I'll upload a clip about it. There's a couple different things that happen. I'll upload clips about it probably tomorrow. Maybe that's been deleting them after, because I swear it was only a few days ago. Oh, okay. Maybe they deleted something. I don't know. Well, a lot of Minilad's old jokes kind of age not so well. Yep, agreed. I'm gonna head out. Have a wonderful rest of your day, TJV. Much love. Thank you very much. A nice chat. I love here. LOL. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty tamed. There was a couple live chats that I've had before where people like to start arguments, and I've gotten in arguments with people. Sometimes you get sucked in with them, but you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't attempt to argue. There was this one person that really irked me back in the day. I forgot his name altogether, but there was a couple people in live chats that really irk you, that you want to get at. But I just always remember I had an interaction with Keemstar where Keemstar joined my live stream, and there was a lot of people in the chat saying boomer mad, and Keemstar got really angry with that. And I'm saying he got really angry at that, and I'm like, I'm glad I don't do that anymore. Because I used to get really mad when someone would like, not like call me names, I that's never bothered me, but when people like intentionally try to take the opposite side for what I think is to purposely take the opposite, just to be against me. You know, that used to irk me really bad. Now it doesn't really matter. I'm just like, cool. You cool with, you know, you cool with a guy who sends nudes to minors? You're cool with him being on YouTube? All power to you. You think that. I don't care. Those live chat arguments were wild. They were. Was it that Virgin Chat guy? I don't think so. I think one of them was called Honest Cherry. I think that was... I don't remember all of it. I can't remember. It's all up on my channel. So if somebody wanted to look through on all the angry times where I've gotten angry with viewers, you could. There's a couple of people who have. I know... What's Velocity HD? I don't know if it was him or Zombie Fox or somebody else, but somebody made a video against me talking in a negative light about me. It's whatever. And they wanted to bring that up, that I get really argumentative with fans or whatever, as if I think that was their... I don't know if that was their argument on why I was a bad commentary channel or not. They brought up something with me arguing with fans, and that I try to silence fans or something like that are against me. And so I know they brought it up, so it's on an old video of mine. And yeah. So I think that is like how some people were finding it. They just went through a lot of my old VODs to look through it, and they found that or whatever. So it's pretty easy to find if you want to find it. I have no problem with their videos, by the way. I love watching their videos. I even love watching them to this day. I go to Velocity HD and check out the old videos. The funniest thing is when he tried... I mean funny as in it's funny, and he has every right to do it. I'm not mad at Velocity for this at all. But TJV Rage Meter, yes, someone needs to make that sometime. Not me. I'm not going to make another Rage Meter video. I vowed that I'm done with those. I said maybe someday if I fall off and I if I'm not having this channel monetized again, I'll do something like that. But if I'm going to keep it monetized, I'm not making Rage Meter videos. But regardless, Velocity, a funny thing is that I think it's his second video about me. He talks about my relationship I had with Hallie or whatever. And it was like a 30-day relationship where, I think it was less than 30 days, if I'm being honest. I'm not for sure, but she puts it up on her Twitter, and I put it up on my Twitter, and it caused an uproar. People in her Discord, people in my Discord were just asking questions about it or whatever, and we said we were in a relationship together or whatever. I think there was one night where me, her, and Blake were in a VC. We went to Terroriser's channel. I donated a couple times to try to, like, get Terrorizer's attention to see if he wanted to comment on it or whatever. I don't remember. I don't think he did or whatever, but I wanted him to, like, see what he thought about it or whatever. Because if you don't know, Terroriser and Hallie knew each other from a while back, you know, same time Minilad or whatever. The difference is Terroriser didn't do nothing, obviously, but there was something like that happened. Anyways, when I'm watching Velocity's video and everything like that, I remember how cool everybody was with it at the time. Everyone was so cool. Everyone was like, hey, awesome. And there was even a couple people I remember specifically that were in my Discord that, like, was like, hey, I'm so happy for you and Hallie or whatever. And then when Velocity made that video saying it's so disgusting that TJV would date a victim of a situation, I was like, wait, so I'm not allowed to date anybody who's been a victim of that situation. So any situation I talk about, no matter who it involves, I'm not allowed to, even if it's appropriate for me to date the individual or same age or whatever, you know, distance is not too far or whatever, long distance relationship, online relationship is fine with us or whatever the case may be. I'm not allowed to date a person that's been involved in those situations or whatever. It was super weird that he made a video like that and talking about, like, how weird it was. And so many people, like, flipped their tune to that too. Not a lot. Majority of people probably didn't care, but I remember, I do remember a couple people in my Discord who flipped their tune, was like, yeah, it's disgusting. It's gross for you to do that. And I was like, I remember you specifically saying that you were happy for us and everything like that. And then they were like, yeah, but we didn't realize it at the time. And I'm like, but you did. You knew her situation. I talked about it publicly. You know what kind of channel I was. Now it's weird all of a sudden. I mean, maybe Velocity enlightened a lot of people. It still has not enlightened me. I think it's just funny. The whole thing is, I don't really think it's that big of a deal that I had a relationship with her. And it was only 30 days. It was nothing really serious. And the only reason why it really stopped is because of that sort of negative attention was just not worth it. And we just really did not want to go through that, you know. So, you know, the reason why it ended was because of people having the negative attention towards it. But it is what it is. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. All right, let me catch up with chats. Ask any more questions before I log off for tonight. Sexual abuse victims aren't allowed to have relationships, and is the argument at the end of the day, that whole situation. Yeah, that's what it seemed like a lot of people were. I think people were trying to make the case that no, sexually abused victims can have relationships, just not with people who talk about it for, like, a commentary channel. And I always asked why, like, why? And I'm like, well, because you talked about her situation. And I'm like, okay. Again, I don't really see how that means anything at all. Some people might have been worried about biases or whatever, but I wasn't talking about the Minilad situation anymore at that point. I was moving on to, like, the Vanoss crew, like the Vanoss crew versus Ohm and Keemstar. That was what's big, not the Minilad stuff anymore. So that stuff was long gone and over with. It wasn't really that big of a deal. I don't see how people thought it was weird, but some people were. I don't know. Are people making that joke a big deal or something like that? Oh, the I don't know if you're talking about the Nogla and Terroriser thing, then yeah, some people are. Some people were. Some people don't like it. I've seen, I think, a couple comments of people on an old video of mine. People, like, replied to this guy, said, "Did you check out Nogla and Terroriser or whatever?" And somebody replied saying that they keep bringing it up. It's not going to really do anything. They should really stop. Not like anyone hating or whatever. What did I miss, TJV? You're gonna have to check it out. I'll upload clips about it tomorrow, so just come back to the channel tomorrow. How frequently do you plan on making live streams like this, in streams in general? How frequently? So tomorrow I'm gonna upload clips about it. I'm not gonna go through it tonight. I got a date night with my girlfriend that I've delayed because of this live stream. So you can thank her why this live stream's happening. She just said you're welcome. But I do plan on probably doing something Friday is my guess. Because tomorrow's Thursday. Let me double check. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. So probably Friday. I might have a couple things going on, but if I do another 2-hour live stream like this is turning out to be, it won't be that big of a deal. And then Saturday I can upload clips. So you'll see live stream clips, live stream clips, live stream clips, and then I might take a couple day break and then do it over and over again. If it earns good money where I can get enough donations, I can get enough memberships, and I can get enough ad revenue from the videos, then that might become the new norm for the channel, and I kind of like that. Therefore, I can talk to you guys and upload regular videos. So it's like the best of both worlds. I get upload small clips for those who don't want to watch the long live streams, and I can also do the long live streams for those who have nothing else to do with your life. I didn't mean that disrespectfully. You guys probably do have stuff to do with your life. You just preferred to be here, and I appreciate that. So yeah. TJV's girlfriend is a G. I agree. People in that situation have every right to find true love. I agree. I don't think me and Hallie was like a true love situation at all. It wasn't that. It's just we shared an interest in each other because for once we did not talk about that situation. We were both the same age. We both had similar interest. And that's all it really was. So, there's nothing really more to it. It's just, it kind of sucks that it was sort of built around, not built around, but it was surrounded by controversy. And that's, you know, obviously any relationship shouldn't even be near controversy, I don't think. So yeah. If my current girlfriend ends up blowing up on TikTok, it might cause some controversy because she'll be a famous TikToker and I'll be a drama commentary channel, so... Show them your TikToks? No, I'm not gonna do that. She'll blow up on her own. No shout out for either. If she blows up, she doesn't shout out me. If I blow up, I don't shout out her. That's the rule. We gotta get popular on our own. It's like a competition. TJV, if you see something getting abuse, would you do something? If you see someone getting abused, would you do something? Well, of course I would. That's kind of a weird question. That's weird. Okay, bro, enjoy your date later on because you deserve it. Well, thank you. I just have hella free time now. My job no longer wants 9.5 hours a day. Oh, damn. Is this how betraying works for Nogla and Brian? Betraying? What do you mean by that, Puffermint? Any other questions? Adam, real quick. I know there's about 30 people here. Any question in the world. I'll try to be completely honest and share information with you. How red do you get? I don't know what you mean by that. Kirk. Good, LOL. Yeah, it seems like a pretty bland question to ask, but... those two played a significant role for the both of you. She won't be famous. TikTok and advertising, and you do the same for her. Huh? Those two played a significant role. For the both of you, she won't be a famous... For the both of you, she won't be a famous TikTok, and he retracted the message. I don't know what you meant there, Anthony. Sorry, I tried to read that the best I can. Maybe there's a better way for you to type it up. TJV, what are your opinions on She-Hulk? I ain't excited for it. I gotta say, I am super excited for it. I've seen reviews for people who have seen it early. It comes out, I think 2 a.m., right? Tonight? Midnight or 2 a.m. tonight? It comes out sometime tonight. If it is, I gotta stay up, you know? But I'm super excited for it. So excited for it. I heard that the cameos are out of this world, that there's gonna be a lot of different cameos. I'm excited to see Mark Ruffalo back. Jennifer Walters, Tatiana, I can't pronounce her name. The actress who plays She-Hulk. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm excited to see her go in the MCU and how she looks. I wonder what the CGI is going to look like. A lot of people complained about it. I didn't even think that first trailer with the CGI looked that bad. I thought, hey, I know they're going to improve it and polish it later, but I didn't even think it was that bad. But everyone threw a big fit about it. I don't think it's going to be super woke or anything like that. Some people are saying it's super woke because she threw the rock farther than the Hulk did in the trailer. But Hulk did it lightly, like he was like just like this. And she used both hands and threw it. Well, of course she's going to get farther because he barely tried. So, like, she did her hardest, got a little farther than he did, but he did with just one hand. Again, people are just trying to make up every little excuse that she's woke and she's not. She did all this gymnastics. She's more limber than the Hulk is or whatever. Well, she's smaller and skinnier and looks more flexible than the Hulk would because he's bigger and bulkier. Again, I think people who are trying to attack the Disney Plus shows for being woke when they don't make it a crucial aspect of the show. It might just be small and slightly political, which most things today you can pinpoint being political. You just got to find if it's entertaining or not, and if other people, if it gives some sort of value for other people to have to watch it as well. I think Miss Marvel is a wonderful show. I loved Miss Marvel. I think Miss Marvel is the best Disney Plus show to date. I originally thought it was Loki, then WandaVision, and then I went down the list. I think Miss Marvel is better than Loki, me personally. I think Loki has more implications for the MCU than any other show, but I think Miss Marvel is by far the best. I loved Miss Marvel. And then She-Hulk looks great. I used to love watching Law and Order all the time. Superheroes have always been the biggest thing, that I consume in terms of media. Get the best of both worlds, It's kind of like watching Daredevil. I really love the Daredevil shows on Netflix. I'm glad they're coming over to Disney Plus, and it's going to kind of be a revamp of it. So I'm excited Daredevil's going to be in this. It's a perfect fit to throw Daredevil in here, so I cannot wait to watch it. That's what I gotta say. How high do you heat it up? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm sorry. TJV, I already just read that one. They betray Minnie and they just laugh at him, LOL. I don't think they betray Minilad. They're obviously not friends for good reason. If anything, Minilad betrayed them because Minilad left the group and talked shit about the group and all this other stuff. And him and Terroriser obviously had a big falling out. Not super big or whatever. I want to know your stoner habits. Ain't gonna talk about that, Kirk. Sorry. TJV, can I buy your pet, JK? Depends on what pet you're talking about. There's technically four different pets that you could say that I own or share, own it with other people. Me and my family have 3 cats, and then me and my girlfriend have a bearded dragon. So it all depends on which one you're talking about. Yeah. Well, it depends. How much would you pay for Mushu?
No.
I'm just kidding. She's like, no. I'm not selling my cats either. I love my cats. Mimsy, Trixie, and Cheeto. I just joined up. Can I get it in a nutshell? We talked about a lot of different topics. I will be uploading clips tomorrow. Come back tomorrow to look at the clips. So, yeah. All right. Show the dragon now. No, it won't happen. We're about to close the live stream. I'll show it another live stream. No, we'll show it another live stream. I guess you guys are going to have to see it now. All right, you guys will see the bearded dragon. Oh, you are so tired. I know.
I just woke him up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to reposition him real quick. All right, there we go. Yeah, this is Mushu. Yeah, this
That's
is.
my baby.
You can't really see him because of the light. I gotta bring him closer. But yeah, that's Mushu. This is the bearded dragon. So, yeah, here you go. Put him back.
Hi, Bubba.
He's always so weird to hold because you gotta sort of leave him level, and you gotta his legs and his body has to all be on your hands. So you're always holding him like this, or you're putting him on your chest. So that's all weird. His name is Mushu. There's a weird thing with bearded dragons where, they lay eggs. They're obviously a female, but he was a male and apparently was a male when picked up from the pet shop and everything like that. So, if he was classified as a male and he has male parts that we could see from the outside. Mushu recently laid eggs, like a lot of eggs, so that would mean he's some sort of female. So I looked it up, and apparently some Australian breeds can have those gender changing roles where they can lay eggs and all that. So there's a lot of jokes between me, family, and friends, and my girlfriend that he's transgender, and we don't know if Mushu's a male or female or whatever. So yeah, there was a lot of jokes all about that and all that, just for fun, and all, but we still classify him as a boy, and even though Mushu laid eggs, we still classify him as a boy because it's just easier that way, and Mushu probably doesn't care. Like a frog, yeah, kind of similar to a frog. I heard that it's only like it only happens with Australian bearded dragons, which they're probably more gray, but some of them can be orange, and he's obviously like a light tan and orange. So I don't know, maybe it is some sort of breed of an Australian bearded dragon, and if that's the case, then they can have the gender switch role where they can lay eggs and all this other stuff. He's only in the cage by himself. I think I thought you needed another mate to have eggs, but apparently not. Well, you do if they need to be fertile eggs. All of his eggs were non-fertile, so like there was no babies that were going to grow on those eggs. They're just eggs of protein is what they are. So we got rid of all of them, and then we're refeeding him the protein, obviously, because we don't want him eating all those little eggs all the time. So are they egg sexual? I don't know. I've read different things online. I think there's a confusion about those, but those fetuses. Yeah. Like the frog DNA in Jurassic Park, yeah. Anyways, if there's no other questions, I'm going to end up going. I'm going to, real quick, I enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki the most. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was pretty good. I would say that's probably like my fourth. I liked Moon Knight better, I think, than that. I think Moon Knight was just really different. I hope Captain America New World Order is like really different, or it's a huge callback to the Winter Soldier. I hope it's a lot like the Winter Soldier, but new at the same time. So yeah, Mushu was the best part of the stream. All right, thanks, Kirk. So
I agree.
my girlfriend agrees. So anyways, yep, I'm gonna call that. That's gonna be it for tonight. I want to say thank you to everyone who's joined the stream. Obviously, Moon Knight was sick. Oscar Isaac was such a good actor. I agree. What If was my favorite series. What If was really good too. I really liked What If too. So yeah. Anyways, I liked Hawkeye too. I didn't think it was super boring. See, I kind of liked all the Disney Plus shows, but at the same time, if you like all of them, you're going to be called a Marvel fanboy. I just have yet to... I do think there's episodes that are bad that I don't like. I just think all the shows overall are at least decent. So, you know... I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I gotta go. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys all next time. Expect clips tomorrow from the stream, so even if you've watched the stream in full and you don't plan on looking at the clips, come by and leave a like on those videos just so more people can check them out. There will be separate clips about the Vanoss crew stuff. There will be separate clips about the Minilad stuff. There will be a separate clip for the Orville, and maybe some for random questions. Just come by, like all the videos, comment on what you think on those videos, and maybe your comment will be liked by other people and you'll have the top comment on the video. So there's always a little bit of competition between my supporters on who gets top comment in every video. I should do that someday. Go by and look at like who's been the top comment on all my videos, and like do like a chart where like Kirk's had like 3 of the top comments on a video and Lucas had 4 of them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Attempt to do that with all those clips I'm gonna upload tomorrow. So something fun for you to do. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.